Hey everybody, it is Friday, January 10th, and we're back here at the Burrow. Been doing a lot of overtime hours, so today's the first day that we actually have a real day of work. I was able to fix the sill plate and rim joist underneath the door back there. So we're ready to finish hanging joists here in the living room. It's supposed to get 3 to 5 inches of snow starting 15 minutes from now, but I'm determined that we're going to get this room done as far as joists today. So we could leave at 10, we could leave at 1 o'clock in the morning, but here we are, camped out. So first order of business is I've got to put another one of those custom-made brackets underneath that split in the original girder beam that's being held up by my Ellis shore there. It could stay the way it is, but I'd rather put another one of those brackets that I made under there just for my own peace of mind. So first thing I'm going to do is start welding on that, and then we'll let it cool off, start cutting joists and hanging them, and see where the day gets us. is the last of the girder splices that I'm going to have to either replace or fix or whatever. We knew that we were going to have to do something better than just having a 6x6 sitting underneath it, but at the time I didn't have a welder, and we really didn't have space under here. The joists were covering it on both sides, so I did what we could, which was put a block of 6x6 underneath this this lap splice. But now we've got this guy in. I'm going to drill some holes up here, up high, and I'm going to run probably 10 or 12 inch headlock structural screws from this side, and what that'll do is it'll tie this bracket into the ledger board that's holding up the joist on the back side of the house. So yeah, this has been a long time coming. This is the last thing I had to do before we put in the rest of the joists in this room. I think if I'm seeing things right, there's actually going to be a double joist coming over somewhere in this vicinity, so I have to be careful what kind of hardware I put in here. I'll probably pull these nails, drop a wedge in there to fill that gap, and then drill or pre-drill some headlocks going at this angle to capture this girder to this one. But I don't know where the joist is going to fall exactly because it's a double, and I have to account for the joist, the double joist hanger that's going to be sitting on here. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. Pretty frustrating dealing with this old wood sometimes. It doesn't sit quite square, so I had to plane off a whole bunch just to get this to fit, because I measured from the top and it's kind of sitting clocked over this way, so I had to take that proud corner down. But it's done, and we're gonna move on. Hey, just for comparison, this is the new support bracket and pier that we put in, and this is what was holding up this girder beam before. Check it out. There's still freaking bark on this tree. And so the way this worked was it was sitting like that, and this right here was nailed, I believe, to the side. It was either this way or it was that way, but either way it was unsatisfactory. Good morning, folks. It's Saturday morning, January 11th. We had our little bit of snow yesterday. Came in this morning. It's 33 degrees inside the house. We got a lot done yesterday. We got out of here about 10 o'clock. Finished out the rest of those joists. I actually had to redo that one because I planed it too low, and I didn't want to deal with it being low, or shimming it or whatever. So I took it out, put in a new one, and then ran the rest of them. I have one joist, that one right there, that I need to put one more in, sistered up next to it. That's going to be our double, which will catch the first stud in this wall, and the header above the door. And so I went with 12 12-inch spacing on these joists because this is a high traffic area. So we're doing a double, 2 singles at 12-inch spacing, and then there will be another double to catch the other side of the door casing and the header above the door. So then all of that will be able to support our new and improved wall. But the goal for today is we're going to put in our noggins or blocks in this area, joist hangers on both sides, and then I'm going to run through the rest of the floor and add galvanized nails where needed on all these blocks and whatnot. And yeah, we're nailing, noggins, and joist hangers today. Side note is we've got a little propane Mr. Heater guy that actually warms this little house up pretty well, except it's loud. So we usually run it for about half an hour. Gotta keep a window open to vent, but we'll run it for about half an hour and then let it stay warm for a little while, and so on and so forth. But it is really loud. Okay, well, I don't know what time it is, but it's dark out. Saturday evening. We got the rest of the joist put in, all the noggins, all the joist hangers down there. We've got pressure treated joists to here, the first 4, and the rest are standard. We've got a double joist here, followed by 2 singles at 12-inch centers for the walkway from the main entrance to the hallway and the rest of the house. I figure this is going to be the most heavily trafficked area, with the exception of maybe the back door that goes to the kitchen, but that's already been extra blocked and whatnot, so there's a double joist in there too. So I'm just putting down this 1/2-inch plywood as a temporary walk board. It feels really good to be walking not on the dirt in here. Pretty stoked about that. Huh, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah. 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 When was our demolition of this? Was it in August?
The end of August.
The end of August. So the end of August is when we tore this room apart. And it's taken us until now, January 11th, to get it back to where we are not walking on dirt. We had a lot of stuff that needed done, and we're doing it. Most of it's done. I have electrical left to do, and then the task of notching out these horizontal boards and putting in actual studs to make a stud wall begins. And then we have one more room to demo. So pretty happy about this though.